Child abuse is a negative phenomenon.
Child abuse in our society. Yes, that is what we're going to talk about just very shortly. And with me to discuss the issue is actually a woman that knows almost everything about children. And we're talking about this because a lot of persons have come up with different interpretations, as to what child abuse means. Some persons, when you hawk, when you help your mother, that's your parents now, in the farm or something, when you are supposed to be in school, they say it's child abuse. When you use a child to do some errands, they say it's child. So let us get clearly what is child abuse in our society. I'm not asking you just only you. I'm asking you who is the viewer now. But let us hear from the person I have in the studio with me now, Mrs. Chukura Victoria. Yes, what is child abuse?
From a layman's point of view like me, I would say child abuse is a negative phenomenon. Abuse, holistically, is a negative word. And when you link it to a child, it means something that affects that child negatively.
That's using the child now in the
wrong way.
Yeah.
You are using her in a wrong way. A wrong way that even inflicts injury can also fall within this circle, child abuse.
Okay.
So in a layman's word, this is what I've just explained.
Okay.
That when you do something to a child that affects her negatively or him negatively, you have abused that child.
Okay. Now, recently, I was listening to a radio program where a woman, highly placed woman, in fact, she's, I don't know whether she's still there now, at least at a point, she was a rector of a federal college of education. And she narrated how, while growing up, she was involved in hawking, maybe akara, and, doing all those kind of things that today now we say they amount to child abuse. I don't know. But that lady now, after doing all that, she still came up to become a rector.
Yeah.
She has a husband and she has children that are doing well. So I don't know, in your own view, do you consider like hawking and helping you? So how do you place hawking and all those kind of things that we see little children do on the road? How do you place them as far as child abuse is concerned?
Okay. Hawking, except we want to classify the age that a child must hawk before going out to do so. Otherwise, hawking in itself is not bad.
Okay.
I did it too. I hawk.
How old were you when you were doing it?
I was, I think I was 13.
Okay.
I finished my primary school.
Okay.
13. In short, 13 years through 15.
Okay.
Even when I was playing for my WAEC, I was still hawking.
Yeah.
There's nothing I didn't sell.
Okay.
From orange to banana and granite to coconut to boiled egg to even this egg roll, puff, fish roll.
Yeah.
I hawked all.
Okay.
It got to a point in the afternoon. I now switched from a day school to afternoon school.
Okay.
So that in the morning, when my mom, when she now learned how to do this egg roll, buns stuff, I will go and sell that thing in the morning.
Okay.
Till 12 before going to my afternoon school.
Okay.
Then my younger sister that attends morning school, she will continue from where I stop.
Okay.
Then you see that this little way help my family a lot, because when I'm coming back from the school, my mom will say, buy ice fish, buy garri, we don't have oil at home. Whatever you have sold, take half of it, buy these things and bring to the house.
Okay.
So that we can cook.
Okay.
And that thing helped us a lot.
Okay.
To the extent that in the house, eating all these things like baking and frying all these things was no longer a challenge to any one of us.
Okay.
At my age, as I am, if I have visitor, I do it.
Okay.
I can do egg roll, I can do buns, puff, name it.
Okay. Now let me believe that your own time may be a little bit different from what we see now, because I've seen some persons who say, somebody saw a granite hawker, that is a young girl, beautiful girl, and just ask how much is the whole of your wear, that is all the things you are holding. The lady said 2,500. It's okay, take 2,500, but come and collect it in my room. and the lady goes there, and at the end of the day, yes, he pays for the whole of the groundnut, even though he doesn't need it, and does whatever he likes with the lady. And because of that, a lot of persons are believing that this kind of hawking exposes the young people to. Is there any way you think parents can actually, like, I'm sure that maybe your parents were disciplined and they also you took over. Is there any way parents can hold their children to that kind of a disciplinary instinct, so that you don't just lure a girl because he's poor and is helping the parents? Is there anything parents can do to ensure that their children don't do that?
There's little or nothing. I don't think there's anything parents can do except to say, don't go and sell.
Yes.
You keep your child in the house.
Yes.
Then maybe the essence of improving on the family now will be lost. Yes. Because what they call abuse now is that, is it the small girl that you brought into the world that will bring food to the house?
Yes.
You know. So that one is another topic for another day.
Yeah.
But if you study your family very well, you see that the financial there's a financial constraint, and you know, children are there on the ground, school fees, rent, and so many things to be done, and you have this small money to put in a trade and all, and you have children at home that we feed, that we eat, grown up too. There's nothing wrong in sending them to work, all these things. It's just the society we find ourselves now. Society is very bad. Criminality is on the increase. Too many bad things happening. That's why it is like, if you expose your child to all these things, you are endangering the child to those criminals outside there. So that's just the challenge. But I don't think there's anything, because in as much as the parents will not follow the child to go and sell the thing, there's nothing they can do. It's just to pray that as my child goes selling, let nothing bad happen to the child. Then maybe now throw a word of advice to the child. If somebody calls you, don't go. Because I remember my mom used to tell me that if they call you, they want to buy something, don't follow them inside. That place where they call you, stand there with the person and sell the thing. If the person say, follow me to this place, don't go. Don't go. That's what my mom would tell me when I'm going. She say, okay, have your mouth, go well. That's it. So maybe a word of advice like that will also help the children.
And you know, when we talk about child abuse now, we appear, or we tend to look at the child abuse as only affecting the girl child. You know, the boy child is also involved.
It's true. Where you have girls molesting boys, that one is even more serious. It's just that the boy child is not it's not crying out, because they say boys don't cry, or men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
So they bear it. Even though they are equally abused. They are even more abused. Where you have older women going for small boys and tickling them, using them as sex toy or whatever. So it's a big challenge. It's a big problem. The boys are equally exposed to such abuses.
Now quickly, yes, you have not condemned it completely, because condemning it now means that you have to give it another color. But the color you painted now is not too bad for a child now to go hawking. Now, but meanwhile, what can be done to ensure that children, yes, they have to struggle, they have to be part of the struggling to make the parents meet up their financial needs? What can be done to ensure that the society accepts this abused children now, quote and unquote, so that they can also grow up to become responsible children like you are now? Because I know you're an accountant. I don't want to ask you when you became an accountant. Yes.
I think the National Orientation Agency, they have a role to play in sensitizing the populace. That's number one. They should sensitize the populace on how to handle these hawkers when you see them. They are not of their own coming out to say, okay, I want to walk, or I want to say. It is the situation they find themselves. It's not as if everything is rosy or pleasant or good for them, that they want to work and make ends meet to assist the family. So you should see them as somebody that is struggling, somebody trying to make ends meet, somebody trying to empower his or her family. And so they should not be abused.
Someone that even need help from you, if possible. So
I've seen a situation, somebody has risen as a star from working. Bread. She's today a supermodel. Assuming she did not come out to work to sell the bread or hawk it the way she was doing on the street. Hawking is on the street. She won't have been where she is today. So there's a day for everybody. These people working today, they will turn out to be good, to be very, very good for the society.
Yeah.
So, but if you start to abuse them, so start to treat them the way you are treating them now, they will be discouraged. They will be discouraged, and poverty will continue to increase because some of the people that do these things, it's not of their own will or even in the rain as we're talking as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Those people now, they are the people you want to abuse. So orientation agency, the National Orientation Agency should come out and begin to run jingles to sensitize and change the mindset of the populace against these workers. Instead, they should make them their friends. When you see them, even if you don't want to buy, you can say, even if you buy 10 naira, you can dash them and say, take this 20 naira. And encourage them.
Okay. Yes, we'll end it here. Maybe we'll continue again from here next time, because there are some of the points, now valid points that I've taken from you now, that the hawkers themselves did not on their own volunteer that I'm coming to this world to begin my life with hawking. So on this note, we want to end this session, hoping that you will also add your voice to what we're talking about. My name is Omilo Augustine. Meanwhile, don't just watch like I keep telling you. Share and also comment and press the notification button so that next time you can be the first one to actually get to what we are saying. Thank you very much.